Hello people of the world, it's me MrMarkUK1 and welcome to episode 3 of Tea with MrMarkUK1. And firstly, I'd like to apologise for no episode last week. I kind of decided to rearrange my bedroom last minute and I ended up doing it on a Thursday and it was a bit of a nightmare. So, here's the tea. Get the kettle on, make yourself a cup of tea and enjoy this episode. So in today's episode I'm going to talk about what cars I have driven and owned. Now I've been driving for 2.5 years and I've had 5 cars since I was 17. I've had cars on provisional license and I've had a few different cars. Some cars I've driven I ended up owning later on. So when I was 16 I ended up driving a Jeep on private property. That was fun. It was an automatic, so I couldn't go wrong. So my very first vehicle I ever drove was auto. Brilliant. And then I was coming up for 17, and I was coming up for obviously doing driving lessons, and I got to drive my dad's car, which was back then a Ford Scorpio in manual, which was they're very rare actually, the manual Scorpios, which is the Scorpio was a takeover from the Granada. So it was a lovely top of the range car, lovely car. So I got to learn sort of how to change gears, clutch control, this and that. And then I did my first lesson, which was a Nissan Micra. I think that was a bubble shaped car. And then my instructor changed the car because he got written off. He ended up Vauxhall course. I ended up driving 3 Vauxhall courses whilst learning to drive. Why has it gone blurry? So I ended up having another different instructor because he retired. So courses are not my favourite car to drive. So then I drove a Skoda Felica or Fleeky, however you pronounce it, which was a very basic car, obviously owned by Volkswagen. So yeah, which is the right car. It's an okay car. Then I drove. What did I drive? I think my friend's car turned up. One a Peugeot 106, Citroen Picasso as well. Robert and Elliot owned them, and then Elliot got another 106, which I ended up later owning. Robert also got a Honda Civic, which I kind of drove because he told me to rev the engine and I drove off with it sneakily in a private car park, so it's all illegal. Then I got my very first car, which was a Rover 25. Yes, a Rover 25, but to be fair, it was a good car. I liked it, liked driving it. It did obviously help me try and progress to do my driving test. What other cars have I driven? So then my dad got another car, which is a Ford Focus, which I now currently own. Best car I think we've ever had. So yeah, and then after that I got to drive a Chrysler Voyager and a Renault Master van. Also in van wise, my dad owned at the time a Vauxhall Midi van, which is an interesting van. They're not making them anymore, but I'll put a photo on it. A Vauxhall Midi had what's called a column change gear, which is on the dashboard. So it's your H shifter, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and reverse, or if you've got 6 there, reverses up here. It was like that but on its side, which was really interesting to find completely different. Some older cars had them, like a lot of American cars has a column change automatic gearbox, which was fun. And then over the years I've driven different Volkswagen, like I've driven the VW Camper, which I can't half own, and then I ended up buying a stupidly lowered Volkswagen Polo in green, S418 MES, that's the reg plate, I remember it. Actually, funny enough, I remember all the plates of cars I've owned. That was stupidly lowered, so I ended up getting rid of that because there was no point. And then a few months later, I ended up buying my the Seat Beef, which I drove to Amsterdam, which is the best car ever, AU53 BUF. I put my private plate on that. That was a good car, actually. And then other cars, obviously, again, I've driven was a Nissan X-Trail, a Nissan Adventure. Also got to move my manager's cars because our delivery turned up. Why is it not spare? So where was I? So our delivery turned up, so I had to move my manager's car, which one of them had a Vauxhall, I can't remember what it was, the model, some Vauxhall boxy shaped thing. And then my other manager gave me his car keys, which was a Nissan Qashqai, I think it was, which was fun to drive, so I got to move them cars. And then I should have scripted this, sorry, I'm not good at doing this. Trying to remember, I've driven so many different cars over the years, obviously. Then I said my friend again, he got a different car. He had 2 Golfs, which were both driven. I've driven like a Ford Transit van, a Skoda Optive, I think it is. All different vehicles. A Volkswagen, sorry, a Volvo V50, which was a nice car. Also driven what's called an Austin Champ, the oldest vehicle I've ever driven. It's a military vehicle, and the military shows in my past videos you would have seen vehicle then, the RB54. I've driven both of them. Driving an Austin Champ, it's a challenge in itself because it's no power steering. It's got a Rolls Royce engine in it, but it uses the same 5 forward gears and in reverse. So you pull this lever and you got them forward, reverse, and in reverse, which is, and never change gear in reverse because that was stupid. But that was, I never drove it on the main road. I drove it obviously in a field where it's all private. Not the easiest vehicle to drive, I can say that now. I just can't think what other cars. Then obviously, going back to my cars, obviously, I see it, I beef, but then unfortunately it died. I ended up buying Elliot's old 106 off his dad because he sold it to his dad, so I ended up having that for a while. And then I got my dad's Ford Focus, which I still currently own, which I do want to change, but I'm not sure to what. And then last year I drove my friend's BMW 1 Series to Amsterdam, Robert. We shared the driving. That was fun to drive that car. Also driven a new Ford Focus, I think it was 2019. There's also a review on my channel of that. I also drove a new Seat Ibiza because I was looking to upgrade, and that was fun because I'd not long passed my test, so someone from Seat had to come with me, and I took a wrong turn in, and my friends thought it was funny, and like I nearly went through a bus lane that was really small. Like, it wasn't that small. Oh dear. I've driven quite a few different cars. Ford Fiesta. Never driven a Clio. I don't think I have. Yeah, I've driven, I can't think, I've driven like tons of, I was trying to do a list the other day and I'm like, what cars have I driven? It's just like, what? Yeah, it's amazing really. It's so many different cars I've driven, but it's good to drive different cars, you get used to it. I've never, also used, yes, one car I have driven, which was fun, a Tesla. I've driven a Tesla. Now I wish I recorded this. If you go on the Tesla website, I don't know if you can, I'm doing what's going on in the world, but you can put in a request to test drive. You can put in a request to test drive a Tesla, which I did, and I originally went for the Tesla X, I think it is, Model X, I think the one with the doors that go up, Falcon wings. I wanted to drive that, unfortunately that was out on test, so I had to drive the Model S, I think it is, the Model S, and which was great fun. Unfortunately I couldn't do auto pilot. I wish I could have done that, but I was kind of nervous because it was like automatic. Never driven auto on the public road, so that was weird. It was silent as well, which is completely bizarre. I also remember turning off and there was traffic in me, so automatically I went down for the clutch, which is obviously not there, and ended up hitting the brake. Obviously I didn't hit brake completely hard. That was an interesting car because also it's got something called self-braking. I think it's not called self-braking. When you take your foot off the clutch accelerator, it automatically brakes for you, so it recharges. That was odd. I didn't think I liked that. So yeah, can't think what other cars I've driven. So many different cars. So see, I'm a car fan. I like driving cars. I really enjoy driving because I drove for the first time the other day, for the first time in pretty much 2 months since we've been on lockdown, and I forgot how fun it was driving, going down the back lanes. It's like, wow, I've missed this. So there's loads of other cars I can't think off the top of my head what I have driven because I've just lost count. But hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a strange one, talking about cars, which I love cars. Yeah, I would love a next car, but I'm not entirely sure what car I should get next. Now, my original plan was to go around different showrooms, test drive loads of different cars, so I get the idea for whether I like that, because I was looking at Alfa Romeos. There's good and bad points about them, but I don't know what they drive like. I might buy it and not like the drive, but because of what is going on, I don't know. So if we can test drive cars, so that's got to be looked into. Obviously, it could be a Golf. At one point I was looking at the V50 estate, but I don't really need another estate. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what car I should go for next. So if you got any suggestions, put in the comments down below. Let me know your experience of what cars you've driven or owned in the past. So obviously I'm on my 5th car. So let's recap. I had a Rover 25, which is X334 RDX. My VW Polo was SM48 MES. Then the Ibiza, which is BUF. I just remembered it. AU53 BUF, that's it. Then the Peugeot 106, which is GY53 OWO. Then my Focus, which is AR51 EWM, but it's now got my private plate on, which is UK51 MAK. That's a lot of number plates to remember. And I've drunk my tea. I like it hot. I can drink tea really, really hot. So, what is the plan for you, car-wise? Obviously, what cars do you drive? I want to know. So yeah, I think that's going to wrap up this video. 12 minutes long. I don't like to make them long. So, also, what video should I do next? Because I can't think of what video I should do next. Obviously, what are your plans for this summer as well? Because it's is summer over because of what's going on in the world. Let me know in the comments below. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Friday. Also, there might be a bonus video sometime in between as well. I might do a car vlog. What do you think of the beard? It is going, unfortunately. I've got to shave it off. Well, I don't have to, but it'll make it a lot easier. I haven't got to wear so many things on my face. So I've got to wear a beard now, and I hate wearing it. So, I'll see you in the next video. Remember,